Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you a layout share video. So I haven't done one of these for ages. I'm just showing 11 layouts here. I've probably done quite a few more layouts since the last layout share video I've done, but I've put loads of them away and these were just the 11 that were still out on the shelf ready to go in albums. So I'm just going to show you these ones. So if you follow me on Instagram or you've been following my YouTube channel, then you may have seen some of these before. I think all of them have been posted either on YouTube or on Instagram, so sorry if this is repetitive for you, but I'm just going to go through some of these layouts and some of the techniques I've been enjoying and kind of point out some of my favorites or less favorite layouts. So this first one is one of my absolute favorite layouts for ages. I absolutely adore this layout. I used some Lindy's Gang Magicals in the background, and I was using some colours from Drop Dead Diva, and because this layout is like, these are my lazy feet, just looking out over the water. This is along the southwest coastal path. There were loads of buttercups, and so the yellow and the green became the kind of theme for this layout. What I did was splattered a load of beautiful greens and yellows, added some splatters around as well, and then stuck down my picture. And I used this, which is mounted on foam, and this is sold by a friend of mine actually. I'll link her shop down below, so if you have a cutting machine like a Cricut or a Silhouette, and you're looking for more cut files, she does some awesome lettering that's like this kind of chunky, with a chunky border. It said picture this, and it was one of the letterings from her collection that I thought would just be really nice. It's one of these things where you can reimagine that you've returned to this place because it was such a beautiful, calming day. I added some butterfly stickers which came from a Maggie Holmes sticker set. This here is a fun cloud layout that I did for a friend. I've got to give this to her. I'm seeing her on Friday, so that was what spurred on this kind of layout share. But this is of her little daughter who's asleep, and I used a kind of cut files out of clouds, and I used a cloud stamp from a Chamel stamp set to add some little tiny clouds to it, lots of tiny little embellishments. I do really like this layout. I had in my head, and I did talk about on the video when I did this, I had imagined that this would be calmer than it is. I think because I used this gorgeous pastel background, it did add a little bit more busyness to the page, and I had wanted it to be a little bit lighter than it is, but it does look super cute, and the colours in her like little pyjamas and the bedding just drew on some of the colours from here, so it seemed like the perfect opportunity to use this paper. This is one of the projects that I did for Turtle Crafts kit, and this is just heavily Mexican, I've lost my G, a heavily Mexican themed layout. I absolutely love this layout. It was so much fun, and I found this cut file free on the internet. I'll link the video in a card up here. I'll try and link videos to any of the ones that have videos, so you can look at them if you'd like to. And I did link in that video where this cut file came from if you're looking for anything similar, if you've done any Mexican themed evenings. So we had a fun Mexican themed night many years ago. This was back when I was at uni, so it's about 12 or 13 years ago now. And yeah, we dressed in a Mexican-esque theme, and we had chili and all kinds of yummy food. So yeah, this was really good fun layout. I absolutely love this, and I got to use quite a lot of bits and bobs from the June Turtle Crafts kit. This was also for June Turtle Crafts. There's no video to go along with this, and I love this layout. I want to get back into leaving a bit more white space. I've gone kind of crazy with layouts recently, as you'll see from some of the others coming up, where I have totally used all of the background. There's so much colour on them, and I do really like this where there's a little bit more open space, and I think I want to go back to this a little bit and try and do this a little bit more, because I do think I prefer how it looks in comparison to, say, this one, which is pretty full on. I mean, I love both of these, but I think I prefer this one. So I'm trying to kind of, when I do these layout shares, I suppose in a way I'm trying to get to grips with, you know, techniques I might have lost track of recently. So yeah, I absolutely love this layout. I loved the use of the tissue paper here because it just softened this pattern paper in the background. I used a stamp and I stamped out these butterflies with 2 different colours. It was like a layered stamp set from Chamel, I think. And then I've just, these are stamped in the background as well. And then I've just popped them up on a tiny bit of foam just to give them a little bit of texture, but you can still see that it's been kind of squished down for a little while, so the butterflies have lost their wings. This was a really fun layout that I'm pretty sure I shared on YouTube, and this I did show a tutorial for how I made these cute flowers. So these are some handmade flowers that are just layered with this kind of hourglass structure with some crazy pattern papers, and I really like this layout. It's kind of mental. The colours just about go, but I think there's something wrong about them, which I kind of like, a little bit of clashing occasionally. This was a really fun layout. This was for Turtle Crafts July kit, and yeah, I love this paper so much, this circle paper. Use some more magicals in the background. You're going to see that is a heavy theme for this last sort of month. Lots of puffy stickers, and just think it looks really, really pretty. Really bright, really colourful and really fun. So I think it just kind of plays up to these pictures that I've got here, which are just kind of photo strips. It's got this cool plastic pocket as well that came from Heidi Swap, which was part of the July kit by Turtle Crafts, and it's just really good fun. I love that. This is an insane layout. So this was where I did a class on big picture classes. I cannot remember who it was again. I've got a terrible memory for names. And yeah, it was about kind of using stamps on layouts and then painting acrylic around the outside to make those patterns stand out. So it was a bit of trial and error for me, a bit of practice of some different techniques. I really enjoyed making this. And again, there is a video which I'll link, but it's, yeah, really busy. It's an insane layout. I don't dislike it at all. Personally, might not be your cup of tea, but I don't dislike it. But yeah, it's a little bit insane. Maybe it's the colours I chose. I probably could have made these a little bit more pastel and it might have been a little bit less kind of whoa. But yeah, I did have a lot of fun making this layout, and yeah, I do really like how it turned out. This is another layout again for Turtle Crafts kit, and I used some of the pattern paper from the kit down the side here, ripped the edges of this and then just kind of bent them up a little bit. Did a load of fussy cutting of these gorgeous flowers from the Heidi Swap paper, and then stuck down my gorgeous little basil. He's so cute. And it's got some acrylic paint just kind of with a card. I just swiped it around in the background and I think it looks really cool. I really love this layout. It's yeah, one of my favourites. This is one of my more recent layouts, very, very recent, and this is me kind of incorporating mixed media but trying to get back to leaving a little bit more white space. I think on the basis of the fact that I feel like my layouts have gone a bit mental recently, and I want to kind of like calm them down a little bit, bring it back so it's a bit more a style I'm more familiar with, I suppose. And yeah, I just absolutely love how this came out. It's just a gorgeous layout in my opinion. So I've carried on with the bright colours, which are definitely a theme for me, but just toned it down a tiny bit by allowing a little bit of white space, which I think helps with these kind of crazy colours, a little bit more minimalist. And I think that's what I'm going to try for the next few layouts, certainly as well ones I share on here. So just some silly Snapchat pictures of myself and a friend, and I used some modelling texture paste which I mixed with some yellow magicals, and then I watered down some magicals here. You could just use watercolour if you've got them in the background just to add a little bit more colour. Went for an orangey, yellowy coral kind of theme, and then I just layered these little flowers which I had from another kit, bit of really thick kind of cotton, and then just Be You Always as my title. So I really love how this came out, and this is kind of a bit more of a style I want to return to, I suppose. And this is one of my more recent videos, so this is a crazy one. So I just bought this pack here of magicals, which are flat magicals, and I just went crazy on the background, like literally just lost the plot on the background. And I just wanted to try those out, and then I didn't want to waste the paper, so I just turned it into a layout. So yeah, I mean, it's a bit insane, and it's a massive departure from this, so you know, there's similarities there and differences. Welcome to me. Yeah, and I also used one of these here, which is an artist trading coin that I had made on my channel as well. And then finally, this one doesn't have a video. I just found this background in my stash, so I'd obviously made this background before and then, I don't know, fallen out of love with it, and so I just found a picture that had similar colours in and thought, I don't know, I just was feeling it this day. Obviously when I first created it I didn't like it, and so I don't really remember what I did. I would assume these are just watercolours in the background, and then I just must have regained a passion for it. I used these huge letters at the top here, which came from where did they come from? The Range. So yeah, if you want some giant letters like this, check out the Range if you're in the UK. If you're somewhere else, I don't know where you could possibly get those. So they're my layouts. You can see they've gone kind of crazy recently. Definitely, I've gone big on the mixed media for me, and I'm just going to put my my sort of three favourites. I love that one as well. That one. Oh, and I love that one too. So I think I'm going to put these in order of my little favourites here. So I love this one, love this one. I know it's busy again, but I absolutely adore that one. Love that one, love that one. And I think it's just that they've got a little bit more white space. I think that's probably why I prefer those ones. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this layout share. Please link your own layout shares if you have any on YouTube, because I like watching them. It's good to see how people's style and how it might change, and different techniques you clearly become obsessed with, like in my case, using magicals. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.